Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. For today's video, the Los Angeles Clippers have come out as big-time players to trade for Kawhi Leonard. They are going to be putting together a big-time trade package. This NBA offseason tried to acquire the two-time Defensive Player of the Year, former Finals MVP small forward from the Spurs, who actually has been healthy for two months now, but has refused to play for the San Antonio Spurs going into the playoffs for unknown reasons. But yes, guys, this is going to be a two-season rebuild. The reason this is going to be 2 seasons is because you guys got my last rebuild to 1,000 likes. Remember, for every 500 likes this video gets, will be plus 1 season on my next rebuild. So if this video gets 1,000 likes, my next rebuild will be 2 seasons. If this video got 3,000 likes, my next rebuild would be 6 seasons long. So yes, let's get started on this. Pretty much like the trade packages I've been hearing about is pretty much they said the 2 first-round draft picks that the Clippers have. They have their own, and they also have the Pistons if it falls out of the top 4. I'm very salty about that, just saying. But also they said whoever else it would take to get this deal done right here. So, you know, we all gotta keep in mind that Kawhi Leonard is one of the best players in the NBA. No matter what trade goes through, the Spurs are not going to get equal value back. That's the whole thing about leverage. When a guy no longer wants to play for your team, the trade leverage of that player goes way down. So, pretty much, guys, the trade I did right here is Danilo Gallinari. The reason I did him is because he's only 29. He's a really good shooter, and not to mention Greg Popovich has always been really good at coaching European players. So I really do think in his offensive set that he could really have Danilo playing at a top level. Lou Williams, who was one of the better players in the NBA last season, and also the 2 first-round draft picks. In exchange, we take on Kawhi Leonard and also the contract of Paul Gasol. Gasol on the San Antonio Spurs, looking at that game 1 of the playoffs against the Warriors, just looks very old at this point. So I think, you know, if he was to go and back up DeAndre Jordan, or also at times play the power forward position, it would be a nice fit for him instead of having to play the center position. You know, he could be a backup, or he could just be the power forward off the bench. One of those routes right there. And then, of course, you know, we also get Kawhi Leonard, which is beastly for this team. But then all of a sudden, man, it's like this team has a big-time player to rebuild around. I mean, he's only 27. Like, Kawhi Leonard is just entering his prime. And this team could really be built into a championship contender. It's the exact player this squad needs out here. We have DeAndre Jordan, who doesn't need to be re-signed. I feel like at this point, I totally would re-sign DeAndre Jordan if he's willing to come back to this Clippers team. Just because, like, defensively, this would be one of the better teams in the NBA. Not to mention, if we could also re-sign Avery Bradley to a pretty nice contract out there. We have Tobias Harris, who, you know, can play the power forward position or the small forward position, depending on what the lineup is. I actually kind of like the idea of Kawhi playing shooting guard and putting Tobias at the 3 spot. That, you know, if we get Avery Bradley back, we probably will start him on this team. For the point guard position, I mean, I might want to upgrade that position if possible, but Patrick Beverley, also one of the best defensive point guards in the NBA. So realistically, guys, outside Tobias Harris, who's not really a bad defender, it's just he's not really elite compared to some of these other guys. You know, Bradley, Patrick Beverley, Kawhi Leonard, DeAndre Jordan, that team right there could be one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. We got Montreal here, who we could re-sign. He was great for this team last season, going to his points per game. Had a career high at 11 out there, 4 rebounds. I don't really like the idea of him starting on this team, but definitely being a backup player, you know, alongside Paul Gasol could be big time. Marjanovic on a 1-year deal. We got Teodosic, who was supposed to be a pretty damn good NBA player. He had injuries last season. Right now, I see him as a backup. Austin Rivers is pretty solid at 15 points and 4 assists. Definitely could replace Patrick Beverley as that big-time scorer off the bench, so we might look to utilize him right there. Greatly, though, man, this team has no bitch-ass contracts. Like, all the contracts on this team are pretty damn good. Tobias, $14 million. Paul Gasol for $16 million. It is on the expensive side, but definitely not too bad. We have some money to spend here to re-sign back some of these players, and Kawhi Leonard is just on the 1-year, $20 million deal. So, also, you got to keep in mind, too, when it comes to trades, that is a big-time risk for the Clippers. They don't know if Kawhi Leonard would re-sign after 1 season, you know, because maybe he doesn't want to be traded to this team. You know what I'm saying, man? He doesn't have, like, a no-trade clause, though, so whoever the Spurs want to send him to. So yeah, going to staff signing right here, Doc Rivers. I'm fine with him coaching another season right there. He's got B, and a C right there for potential. I'm fine with him still on this team. NBA draft, we don't have a draft pick because we traded them away. We might have a second rounder, but it's not going to be anything good. So this NBA draft, we are actually going to skip just because, like, while we go there, man, we have no picks. Although I'm very curious who the Spurs are going to draft. So let me go to team player options and then check out the Spurs team real quick here just to kind of see who they got on their squad. Going to the Spurs, they got Colin Sexton, point guard of the future right there. I like that signing a lot. And then they also got, looks like Jair Smith, who is a 76 overall shooting guard from Texas Tech, 6'5". So yeah, they definitely went for the backcourt route, which is a good decision because their backcourt as of late has been kind of suspicious out there. I think Colin Sexton could definitely be a really good point guard of the future for this San Antonio Spurs team. So not a bad trade for them. I feel like they got a nice little haul back. Not to mention also Lou Williams is going to help the backcourt out in the scoring on this team. They got a nice little haulback for Kawhi Leonard. I would definitely be happy with that if I was a Spurs fan. You know, all things considered, right? I mean, you're not happy that Kawhi Leonard doesn't want to play for your team anymore, but you know what I'm saying, right? All right, qualifying offers. For this, Montreal here, we are going to extend that to him, $2 million. Definitely would be worth it getting back for that much money. Moratorium period. Let's get to this. It would be amazing if Chris Paul came back to this team, but I really don't see that happening. So other point guards available. Not really anybody I really want, like Isaiah Thomas. I'm not really feeling him on the squad all that much, so I'm not going to bother offering him anything. Rajon Rondo, no. I'm kind of okay with Patrick Beverley just for right now. I mean, maybe like a Van Fleet would be solid. He's only 76 overall, so it's not like he's crazy good right now. So not going to worry about that. Backup shooting guard. I still want to try to get Avery Bradley back. He doesn't want $20 million a season. That's definitely a very large contract. You know, 18, I guess, okay, $17 million, I can kind of see that. I think I'll offer him $18 million just for his defense out there. I'm going to give him a two-year deal, though. I think 3 years, a little bit too much. I got to see what we can prove out there, although he is only 27, so, you know, by NBA standards, that's like your NBA prime right there. So, maybe the 3-year deal is not too bad. I'll offer it to him, see what he says about it. Besides for him, though, who else do we want on this team? Small forwards. Probably could use a backup small forward because, you know, somebody backup to Kawhi Leonard, right? Hopefully one of these guys we can get for the minimum, like a Trevor Ariza off our bench would be very nice. Jeff Green, 78 overall, only $5 million. Cephalosha for some defense. I gotta imagine his rating is gonna go down pretty much though, a lot though. Glenn Robinson, good offensive player. But let's go with, I think I'm gonna go, Kyle Lynch is pretty solid too, guys. No, give me Trevor Ariza if he wants to sign. I'll give him a little bit more than minimum just because like he does have that veteran presence. So, okay, so Avery Bradley, we can get him back. Trevor Ariza, we get him back on this team. Still have to look at getting DeAndre Jordan back on the squad. $36 million is very expensive. We don't really have a ton of options out there, though. It's a very large contract. I'm not too happy about it, but I'm going to give the dude the money if he wants to come back on this team. So, it is what it is. I mean, he's going to get some rebounds. He's going to catch some oops and stuff like that. I really do hope, man, that him and Patrick Beverley can do nicely together. He agrees to that right there, so we're fine with that. Not really any other big-time moves to make. Rondo would be okay on this team. I know that rating's going to be going down, too. So, what about Seth Curry? No, I guess we got Austin Rivers. But Austin Rivers, I would not mind trying maybe as our starting point guard on this team. Like, I think I would actually consider that. So, I'm going to throw Seth Curry a little offer. Montreal Harrell is being offered by the Celtics for 2 years, $15 million. So, it's about $7 million a season for him. A little bit more than that, actually, $7.5 million. So, I will match that. Definitely. Oh, wait. Okay, are we good? Is our team all still back together? Kawhi, we got DeAndre, Beverly. So, okay, so yeah, our team is pretty much still good right here. I don't think Seth Curry is going to sign that offer, but if he does, I'll be happy. Okay, come on, where you at, Seth? They're in? Okay, I think I actually could not afford him anymore. I don't know, guys. I think I'm pretty much good to go with the squad. So far, we got all of our main players back. So let's go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so this is the lineup I decided to go with. We're going to go with Patrick Beverley at point guard, Kawhi at the shooting guard position. We got Tobias at the 3 spot, Pau Gasol to stretch the floor at the 4 spot, and we also got DeAndre Jordan at the 5. Then off our bench, we have a really nice bench, guys. Avery Bradley with Austin Rivers, Montreal Harrell, and then Boban Marjanovic, Trevor Ariza if we need him at times, or Teodosic to play. But yeah, the reason I'm doing this lineup right here is just because, I don't know, man, it just looks like a nice lineup, like defensively, and I want Avery Bradley to really be motivated about being the 6th man of this team, just because it's like, last NBA season, he didn't really play all that great. So I'm going to come on this team, come in there motivated, get this, you know, get us 28 minutes a game out there, and just be like, yo, I want to earn a starting spot on this team going into the next NBA season. I think he definitely can do that. Then Pau Gasol, you know, it's like as center, yeah, he doesn't do all that great, but the power forward position, he shot what, 35% from 3 last season, 53 the season before. So he can definitely knock down that 3-point shot. And I feel like him alongside DeAndre Jordan is kind of reminiscent of the Andrew Bynum, Pau Gasol days on the Los Angeles Lakers. So yeah, we're gonna try this lineup out. I'm thinking this team is probably a 52-win team at least. And I think defensively, they're going to be one of the better teams in the NBA. So let's go ahead and simulate this first season, guys, and see just how good this new look Kawhi Leonard team can really do. Okay, so I predicted 52 wins. This team, 59 wins, guys. Potentially 60, which would be good enough for 2nd in the Western Conference. Golden State Warriors, once again, having a hell of a season at 67 wins themselves right there. So, similar today against the Pelicans, and we finished with a W on the season, 60-22. I definitely will say that Clipper fans would be happy about that. Here is all the awards for you guys to see. We got most improved player, De'Aaron Fox out there, so that's nice to see for him. All-NBA first team, Kawhi Leonard getting that. All-NBA second, and the All-NBA third team. And there's the rest of the awards. Yeah, man, the team really worked out nicely, like offensively, defensively. We are going to check out the team stats real quick, though, just to confirm that. So, yeah, team stats. We got Points per game. Okay, so the Clippers actually scoring-wise, 12th in the NBA, definitely not bad. All 106.7 points per game. That's very solid, man. Like, it's not like the greatest, but it's respectable, right? And then defensively, I think I saw them guys. They are, so 3rd in the NBA in defense at 97.7 points per game. Which is just like, 1.2 points less than the Suns out there, which is so surprising that the Suns are the best defensive team in the NBA. Also the Trailblazers too. I know they had defense like that. But yeah, man, so we have a 9 differential, which is way better than both those teams anyway, just because of our offense compared to our defense. All right, player stats. Kawhi Leonard, in his first game as a member of the LA Clippers, 25 points, 7 rebounds per game, 5 assists, 2-3 steals, and about a block per game. Tobias Harris playing the small forward position, balled out, guys, 18 points, about 4 or 5 rebounds, 3 forward assists. He shot a nice 38% from 3. DeAndre Jordan, got that large-ass contract, but 12 points, 12 rebounds, getting 1-2 blocks out there. Plus, just his defensive presence is big time for this team anyway. A big part of why we were so good at defense in the first place, right? And then Avery Bradley off the bench actually found himself a nice little home right there, I would say. 11, 12 points out there, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Those are pretty damn good numbers. Like, I feel like the bench unit is actually really good for him as of right now. Pau Gasol is our starting power forward. 11 points, 8 rebounds, very nice. 5 assists out there, so really moving the ball nicely. I love the idea of him at power forward more than center anyway, and about, over 1 block a game. Patrick Beverley, 9 points out there as our starting point guard, 5, 6 assists, exactly what I need for him to do. Plus the 2 steals is big time. And then our bench unit altogether. Austin Rivers, definitely underachieved compared to last NBA season. I mean, he's still got a lot of minutes too, so I really don't understand the mindset right there, but it is what it is. 6 points. All right, man. Here we go. NBA playoffs. In the first round, we do have the Phoenix Suns. I think we could totally beat them down. I gotta imagine they probably have like DeAndre Ayton or somebody like that, which is why they're so good at defense. So simulate current round right here, and well, we got them 4-0, so they were not quite ready for the spotlight yet. I mean, yeah, anytime freaking Brandon Knight's your leading scorer, it's not good. And it looks like they actually got Michael Porter on this team. But yeah, closeout game, 26 points, 5 rebounds, 5 steals for Kawhi Leonard, 12 for Tobias Harris as we win 100-91. We have, 6 players here in double-digit scoring. Boban, the monster, with a double-double, 10 rebounds, leading the team out there. Next up, we got the Houston Rockets. Not quite sure we could beat Houston, but definitely possible. Simulate current round. Oh, damn, dude, we got freaking 4-0. All right, I'll take that. Yo, James Harden. That's a good point. Oh, my God, he had... Bro, oh, yeah, he got fouled out, guys. That's a good point because we have Kawhi Leonard as shooting guard. James Harden, it's like, yeah, he's great offensively, but damn, good defense wins championships, right? So Kawhi Leonard clamping up James Harden, held to 7 points as we win 125-112. Kawhi Leonard, 32 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. Absolutely beasted. 25 for Tobias. Pau Gasol, 18-7, looking like old school Pau Gasol right there. 16 rebounds for DeAndre Jordan. All right, next up, Golden State Warriors, who did have 67 wins on the season. Simulate current round against them. Yeah, they got us 4 games, 1 back. Listen, man, anytime you do a Western Conference rebuild and you get to the Western Conference Finals, I consider it a good video. I mean, we still got 1 more season left anyway, but it's like the Warriors are just such a super team on this game. I can't wait till they're out like that, until that team breaks up one day. But you know what, man? It is what it is. We got 1 more season left in us right here. So we are going to simply skip to the rookie signing right here, just because once again we're not going to have a good draft pick due to being in the Western Conference Finals. So rookie signings, yeah, we got Lukey May from North Carolina. Sorry, dude, your NBA dream is not going to be provided through my roster. We just simply don't want you on the squad. Team player options. Okay, so Kawhi Leonard actually declined his option. Pau Gasol declined his. No, we are actually going to decline Pau Gasol. I'm going to try to re-sign him to a cheaper deal just because $16 million is way too much money. Sindarius Thornwell, I'll sign him back for $1.62 million. Juwan Evans, don't really use him at all, so I'm fine with that. Goal is to get Pau Gasol back and Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi's definitely going to get that max contract offer, though. Pau Gasol, if I can get him for like $5 million, that'd be nice. Milos Teodosic, I'm not going to sign him back just because $8 million is quite a bit of money. Sam Decker's still young, so he still can be a promising player, hopefully, for us. Here we go, moratorium period. Okay, so Kawhi Leonard, we do have the bird rights on him, guys. He's going to get the max contract offer. Got to get him back on the team right there. It might hurt our re-signing abilities with Pau Gasol. I'm kind of okay with that. It's not the end of the world if we don't get him back. We'll simply just start Avery Bradley and put Tobias back at the 4 spot. So, player option, he gets that. Then all of a sudden, we do get him back on this deal. All right. Are we able to afford... Oh, Pau Gasol, here he is, man. He wants about $4 or $5 million. We actually can afford him, it looks like. Although we are in the moratorium period, so that might make things difficult. We'll give him 1 year, like $5 million. See if that gets it done. And All right, so we agree to that. All right, so pretty much, man, we're good to go with that. Let's go ahead and get out to the moratorium period and get to the beginning of free agency. Money-wise, negative $17 million. That makes sense. I think this team by itself does have what it takes to really do some dangerous stuff out there. Rudy Gay only wants $4.82 million, so I can re-sign him to I can sign him to a 3-year deal right here. Maybe give him like $5-6 million a season. He'd be great for our bench unit, him and Avery Bradley. So I will throw him the offer. He does sign that. Patrick Beverley, we still gotta sign him too. He does have bird rights, so we'll give him the offer for that right there. Give about $12 million, sweeten the pot a little bit for him. And okay, so we got Patrick Beverley back. Guys, I think this team is pretty much good to go. Not a lot of other big time moves I want to make. I think Montreal Hero, I don't know if we got him back or not. If we didn't, it's not really that big a deal. Don't mind all that much anyway. I think I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so this is what our final team looks like, guys. We have Patrick Beverley at the 1 spot, Avery Bradley at the 2, Kawhi at the 3, Tobias at the 4. I actually had to go back and re-sign Tobias Harris. He did want a lot of money, guys. He wanted like $30 million a season. Now, I know he is, he's only 27, so I think he's more than worth it. Was a big offensive threat for this team last season. Thing is, though, is I was not really able to afford Austin Rivers back on this team, so for that reason, I let him walk away. Just financially, it didn't make sense. He wanted a lot of money. It's just like his production wasn't worth it. Again, like 6 points last season. Luckily, we did get Rudy Gay for like $5 million a season, so I feel like he'll be able to fill up the stat sheet compared to what Austin Rivers did for this team. And also, we got DeAndre back at the 5, though. We got Pau Gasol off the bench now. I don't know, man. I just decided to go with the more of the small ball lineup just because Avery did have a really good season for us, and Pau Gasol was like 52 now. I feel like the bench unit is good enough for him. Also signed Mike James, 75 overall point guard. That'll be good at getting some of these other guys involved in the second unit. Not going to do a lot of scoring, but really doesn't need to because of Rudy Gay and Pau Gasol, what they can do offensively on the basketball court. So yeah, man, this team is better than last season. I'm not quite sure. I feel like it has potentially, the ability to be better, but I thought our bench last season was pretty damn solid. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate this final season, guys. See if we can get to the NBA Finals. See if we can beat the bitch-ass Warriors, whatever it takes. So yeah, man, I'm predicting about 50, I'm going to say 50 wins on the season. Okay, so something about our new roster right here, just the way we played guys together, putting Tobias back at the 4th spot. Putting Pau Gasol at the bench, sign Rudy Gay, like 63 wins on the season. Definitely was not predicting that. I was saying closer to 50. Man, this team came to play out there. Kawhi Leonard is a game changer like that. We might actually have a better record than the Warriors, which means nothing for the playoffs just because, like, the Warriors seem to always do really well. Simulate through day against the Portland Trail Blazers and with a W on the season, guys. 64 wins. MVP LeBron James, so still Kawhi Leonard not getting the award out there. Clint Capella again, Defensive Player of the Year. Mitchell Robinson, Most Improved. Doc Rivers, Coach of the Year for us on the Clippers. So good thing we kept him around. Here is the All-NBA teams. No Kawhi Leonard, though, man. So I don't know, maybe took a step back or something, not really sure, but we will check all that stuff out. All defensive team, both Patrick Beverley and Kawhi Leonard both got that. So defense, I gotta imagine this team was once again one of the most dominant teams in the NBA. Let's actually go check out the team stats here to confirm that. And all right, so points per game. The team was once again 12th in the NBA, so once again very solid. The differential 11 out there, so 97 points is what they gave up, which I think is about roughly what it was last NBA season. Once again, good enough for 3rd in the NBA. Dallas Mavericks, I guess they are defensive beasts now. 51-31 record for them and a 48-34 record for the Timberwolves. I'm so surprised the Timberwolves are the best defensive team in the NBA, because that's kind of like their Achilles heel out there, is that they're not really all that great defensively, which is surprising because Thibodeau is like a defensive-oriented coach. At least he was on the Chicago Bulls. Let's go ahead now and check out the players' stats. So Kawhi Leonard in his second NBA season, 25 points, 7-8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2-3 steals. Tobias Harris at the power forward position, dropping 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Avery Bradley as a starter with about 15 points, 4 assists out there, 1.4 steals. Rudy Gay, so much better than what's his name, dude? Austin Rivers off the bench. DeAndre Jordan scoring down a little bit, still beasting on the rebounds, getting the blocks out there. Patrick Beverley, good solid starting point guard numbers for this specific team right here. Overall, guys, team did really nice, so definitely no complaints. I will be complaining though if we don't win the championship, because we are first in the NBA, 64-18. That's a damn good record. So here we go, guys. First round, we actually have Kawhi's former team, the San Antonio Spurs. See how this goes. Simulate current round, and well, win by as expected, man. Beat them 4-0. Closed out game, Colin Sexton for them 24 points. We got Lou Williams at 14, Zaire Smith at 10. So there's LaMarcus for you. 8 points, 4 for 7 shooting. Kawhi Leonard near triple. Oh my God. Y'all see him that stat line? 23 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 steals, and 4 blocks. Went full savage mode on him out there. All right, here we go. Timberwolves, the best defensive team in the NBA. Simulate current round. And, oh my god, dude. Okay, well, you know what, man? Shout out to the Timberwolves for beating me in the second round right there. At least it wasn't the Warriors, so I'm not too mad about it, guys. I'm not too mad about it. Yo, freaking Shaquille O'Neal back on retirement? No, it's Sharif O'Neal. Okay, dropping 14 and 11 for the Timberwolves. You know, I'm happy with how this team turned out. No, we didn't win the championship, but I will say there is something called the Clippers curse, and I feel like we were hit with it this video. That's kind of like the same song and dance going back to the Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan days. Really good in the offseason. I'm sorry, really good in the regular season. But then the damn NBA playoffs, and something happens out there. Overall, though, man, good performance, good rebuild. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.